What's up, pranksters? Welcome back. Okay, so you went trick-or-treating on Halloween and now you have a big problem. You collected too much candy. Well, that's a problem everybody would love to have, right? It could take days or weeks to be able to eat all this candy. And let's say you want to take some of this candy to school. Well, that's a big no-no because a lot of teachers don't allow for candy to be in the classroom. Well, in this video, I'm gonna help you guys out. In this video, I'm gonna show you guys 10 awesome ways that you'll be able to sneak your candy into class. That's right, pranksters, you'll be able to eat your candy while in class with the help of a few school supplies. Oh, and watch this video till the end because I will be talking about the possibility of getting rid of this mask. So watch till the end, guys. Now, before we begin, let's make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel with the bell notifications turned on. And remember to smash that like button. That way I know you guys like this video. So let's get started, guys. Check it out. For this first one, we're gonna take a regular glue bottle that you would normally find in a classroom. This is a small one, but it definitely works. We're also gonna need a Ziploc bag. Now, of course, you would have to prep this at home, so it's good to go when you get to class. I'm gonna open up this bottle right here and dump out all this glue inside this Ziploc bag. And don't worry, guys, because this glue bottle was 50 cents. So I don't mind wasting this glue if I'll be able to get my candy into class. Now I'm gonna go to the sink and rinse this out really well, make sure it's super clean, and once it's clean, I'm gonna take a blade and remove the bottom. I'm just gonna cut it out. I'm gonna save this little piece though. So here we are, guys. This is the inside of this glue bottle. As you guys can see, there's a lot of space in there. We can put a bunch of candy in there. So get creative and put whatever candy you want in there. See? But me, guys, I'm gonna get smart because I want my candy handy. That rhymes. I'm gonna open up my candy since the container's already clean. That way I don't have to deal with wrappers or making noise while opening the wrappers. I went through my treat baskets and I gathered a lot of Whoppers. I'm sure you guys know what these are. These are very common here in the US. Well, I'm gonna open them up and so you guys can see what they are. They're little chocolate balls. They're crunchy on the inside. They're really good. And I'm sure a lot of you guys agree that they're yummy because a lot of you guys have already tried them. Well, we're gonna fill up our glue bottle with them like this. So I'm gonna dump them all in there. So this is pretty full at this point, guys. Now I'm gonna take the piece that I cut out from the bottom and I'm gonna place it back on, just like this. Of course, it's not gonna stay put. So I'm gonna get a piece of tape and put it on one side. That way it becomes a little flap and I'm able to open it like this. So I just put the piece of tape on one side and this is what it looks like. It can open and it can close just like that. So look at that. Candies are not coming out unless you pop it open like this. Now you have access to your candy while in class. Just don't let anybody borrow your glue bottle. Next, we're gonna use some more glue, but in this case, it's gonna be a glue stick. This, again, is pretty common in the classroom, and this is the most basic way to sneak candy into class using a glue stick. You're gonna open it up, and you're gonna remove the glue from inside. So just twist it till it reaches the top, and then you'll be able to pull it out like this. Now you have a bunch of room in there, guys. But as you guys can see, it looks kind of dirty. So we're just gonna clean it up just a little bit so it doesn't contaminate our candy. But just like the glue bottle, this is non-toxic, so don't worry too much. Now that I washed it, I'm gonna fill it up with some candy. For this little hack in particular, you need small candies. You can't put a big old chunk of chocolate in there. So this is for little candies such as Nerds or some Smarties like I'm about to do right now. Look at that, guys. I was able to put almost 2 rolls of Smarties inside this glue stick. All we do now is just put the cap on, and now we have some candy we can sneak into class. So during class, you can obviously just reach into your bag or your desk, pop this open, and your candy will be right there waiting for you. This right here is a box of jumbo markers. Let's open it up. They are pretty big, they do take up a lot of space, and if you notice, the front of the box is opened and it's exposed. You can actually see inside and see the markers that are there. But of course, you can only see the caps. You can't see the actual markers. So that is perfect, guys, because we're gonna remove all the caps from these markers right here. This is all we're gonna need. The bottom portion of this box is where we're gonna keep our candy. But again, like I said, first we're gonna remove the caps off of all the markers. Now we're gonna line up all the caps in a straight line and we're gonna tape them together. Here are the caps all lined up and taped together. Now we're gonna put them inside. Now once we put them inside, we're gonna attach them on somehow. So use some double-sided tape to hold them in there. just like this. Look at all that space in there. Now we can put some candy inside, such as some Hershey bars. So get creative and stuff your box with as much candy as you can. So as you guys can see, this box right here looks normal. Looks like there's markers in there. If somebody asks to borrow them, just tell them that they dried up and no longer work. And when you get hungry or you want some of your candy, just open the flap on the bottom and get whatever candy you want. Look how many candies I can put in there. See? Lots of candies. In a previous video, I showed you this pencil holder right here. Actually, this one's holding crayons. See, we made it appear like there's crayons in there and that it's full of school supplies. But on the bottom, we were able to put some food in there so we could eat it in class, right? So I'm gonna use this same box for this next example. Now, it's pretty much the same thing. On one side, we've cut up some crayons. We've taped them on there to make it seem like it's full of crayons, right? But on the other side, guys, there's a lot of room in there to put something. We're gonna put our candy in there, but there's a twist to this. What I have here is an eraser. This is a jumbo eraser. It's really big. Now what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna hollow it out just a bit so we're able to put our candy inside. And I've already done that with this one. I didn't do the best of jobs, but it definitely worked. Now we're gonna put some candy in there. Look at that, I just put a bunch of pieces of candy inside this hollowed out eraser. Now this eraser I'm gonna put inside this pencil holder, just like this. And then just close it. See, from one side it looks like a normal pencil holder. It's got crayons in there. Now on the other side, it looks like you have a big old eraser there. Really, nobody's gonna think anything of it. But when you open it, guys, you can pull this up because it's flexible, just like this. And it will reveal your candy. So if you want some candy, for example, some Starburst, you just get those, put everything back, and slide the eraser back in, just like that. And you'll have access to your candy while in class. What I have right here is a book. Everybody these days reads books. Well, I don't, but a lot of people read books, and that's expected in class. Teachers encourage you to read, so if they see this book on your desk, they will not suspect anything. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use this book in our favor. We're gonna sneak some candy into class using this book, and we'll be able to eat while in class using this book. So let's open it up. What I like about this book in particular is not the actual book, because it's Twilight after all. But if you guys notice, the book cover is loose. So let's open up a few pages like this. Do you guys see there's a big opening right there? So you can put some candy underneath that book cover. What I suggest you guys do is use some tape to keep it open so it looks like you're reading, but in reality, you're just using it to stick your candy underneath. See, guys? Look at all that space. Look at all that room we got to put our candy in there. So gather your best candy and stick it in there. Make sure it's open though, so you have easier access to it. That way you don't make a lot of noise when you're trying to open it. Look at that, guys. From a different angle, let's say a bird's eye view, it looks like a regular book. It looks like you're reading this book. It looks like you're really into it. But little do they know that underneath you have your candy right there at your disposal. So this is like the easiest way to sneak candy into class using a book. What I have right here is my homework. Now I've attached it onto my clipboard, but this clipboard isn't a normal clipboard, as you guys can see. It's a storage clipboard. I don't know if you guys have seen these, but you can actually pop these open. And inside you can store your supplies, pencils, pens, anything you can think of that will fit in here. Now, of course, we're gonna take advantage of this feature that this clipboard offers, and we're gonna stuff it with as much candy as possible. So if you really wanna take a lot of candy into class, this is the best way to do it. So if you have one of these, by the way, these are not expensive. This one was $5. So if you have one of these, open it up and put your candy in there. See, I just grabbed a handful of them, and I'm gonna spread them out, flatten them out, make sure that they will all fit in there. Look at all that candy, guys. Now if I'm smart, I'll be able to squeeze more in there, but this is just an example so you guys can get an idea of how this works. Now once I have all my candy in there, I'll simply just close it like this. Make sure it pops in and it locks in. And now I have my candy underneath my homework. So you'll be in class, guys, doing your work, and when nobody's looking, all you gotta do is pop it open, get some candy, and you'll have many options because this is a large clipboard storage. So put as much candy as you want in there and eat it throughout the day. So you'll never go hungry if you use this method, guys. You go from homework to candy. Really awesome, huh? What I have right here is a binder. You guys are familiar with this. A lot of you guys have these. Take these to school. This is where you keep your work and supplies. Well, just like I showed you how to sneak your phone into class using one of these, you're pretty much gonna do the same thing with candy. You're gonna need a binder that has pockets, preferably solid color, not see-through like this one, but that's okay. That's why we got our homework there to cover up our candy. So I'm gonna slide my homework out of there just to be able to work with it. Now on the bottom, I'm gonna cut a slit so I'm able to slide my candy out. Now I have access to the bottom with the help of this blade. Now I'm able to lift the pocket from the bottom, so the bottom is exposed at this point. Let's put our candy underneath. Make sure you get some flat candy. Like I said, it's best if the pocket is not see-through, but since it's see-through, we're just gonna put our homework over it. So it's just slide in your work. Just like this. Look at that, guys. You can't tell that there's candy underneath my homework, right? Close it up, and while in class, if you get hungry or you want some of your candy, if you reach into your pockets, it's gonna look suspicious. So why not reach into the pocket of your binder? Now all you do is just slide it out like this. See, I got my Starburst, my Reese's. So just put your favorite candy in there and you'll be all right. Of course, you can't put a bunch of candy in there like some of the other hacks I just showed you, but it's still better than nothing. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with this candy. These are pixie sticks. They look like straws, but inside they got some candy powder that is really, really good. So right now I'm gonna show you a quick way you'll be able to enjoy these while in class without getting caught. For this, you will need a pen. This is a normal looking pen. This is a pretty basic pen, so I know you'll be able to find one of these easily. We're gonna open it up. We're gonna pop out everything because we want it to be hollow. So all we pretty much need right now at this point, guys, is just the tip of the pen and the cap. We do not need the ink. So take your favorite pixie stick flavor, open it just like this, place the tip back onto the pen. Now we're gonna put our pixie stick inside. It's very snug, but it fits in perfectly. And then we're just gonna cover up our pixie stick with the cap. And look at that, guys. So now you'll be able to use your pen, and when you get hungry, just remove the cap and enjoy your pixie stick. See? You can eat it in small portions. Put the cap back on if you want to save it for later. And that's pretty much it, guys. This right here is a pencil box. See? I got a bunch of pencils in there. Now this pencil box is really cheap. You can go to your local dollar store and pick one up for $1. Now we're gonna fill this up with candy, but we gotta cover it up. So what we're gonna do first is remove the pencils from inside. Make sure it's empty. Of course, the top is very clear, so when you put pencils in there, you can see the pencils in there. Well, that could work in our favor because we're gonna tape all these pencils together. We're gonna line them up and we're gonna tape them to the top of this pencil box. So it looks like the pencil box is full of pencils. Should look something like this. As you guys can see, they're flexible. Well, we're gonna put them inside the pencil box like this. Of course, we're gonna attach them with tape so they stay put. With the help of some more pencils, I'm gonna cover the rest. Just like that. All right, let's see what it looks like now. See, it looks like it's full of pencils, like a bunch of pencils in there, right? You guys can do the same to the bottom, but of course you'll be limiting your space. So I'm only doing it to the top. Now as far as the bottom, I can just grab my candy, a handful, and put it in there. Look at that. Now all I do is just close it up. And from a bird's eye view, it looks like a regular pencil box. There's pencils in there because you can actually see them on there. It's see-through. So that's helping us in a way. Now if somebody asks to borrow a pencil, just tell them they're new and you don't want to use them, so they'll back off. But look at this, guys. You open it up and you got your candy inside. You won't go hungry with this hack right here. For this last hack, we're gonna be using a backpack to sneak candy into class. And I know what you guys are probably gonna think. Well, Nex, I do this all the time. I put stuff in my backpack and take it into school, such as candy or food. Well, yeah, guys, you could do that. You could just open up your backpack, stuff it in with candy, and be eating it in class. But if you want to get creative and if you don't want to draw any attention from your teacher, because if you're constantly going through your backpack, your teacher's going to notice something. Somebody's going to notice something. Well, here's a creative way that you can avoid that. Of course, you're going to have to do some damage to your backpack, but me, I don't mind. So take your backpack, on one of the straps, not the outside part, but the inside, we're going to make a long cut. Yeah, that's right, guys. So take a blade or scissors and just make that incision on there. Make sure it's straight. See, on the inside, guys, there's a lot of room to put some candy. This right here is a zipper. I got this for $1 at Walmart. Well, I'm gonna attach it on there because I want to be able to close it and open it whenever I want to. So you can sew it on or you can glue it on, which is what I'm gonna do. So with my trusty glue gun, I'm just gonna attach it on, just barely using some glue. At this point, guys, you're able to open up the zipper and put some candy inside, just like this. Pretty much you created a pocket. Perfect, look at that. Now you got your candy inside. You turn this over, as it should be, and nobody thinks much of this, right? It looks like a regular backpack. You can wear it, put it on, and put it behind your desk. When you want some candy, just turn this over like this, pull down the zipper, and pick whichever candy you want to get, and then just zip it back up. And that's it, guys. That's how you sneak candy into class using a backpack. Haha, pretty creative, huh? So yeah, guys, you can definitely get away with eating candy in class if you try any of the 10 methods I just showed you. Just pick the one that is best for you. Alright, guys, well, November 1st will be my 9th year here on YouTube, and I will be making a special video for that occasion. I will be answering questions from you guys, as well as talking about a possible face reveal, face unmasking, or just showing my face. I don't know what you guys want to call it, but I'll talk about that in that video. So don't miss out, guys. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel with the bell notifications turned on. That way you guys know when I upload that video. I will also be having an awesome giveaway, guys. Follow me on Instagram, real_Nextraker. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking out this video. I'll see you pranksters in my next one. Alright, guys, look what we have here. Now we need our snack. Open up the pack of Twinkies. Alright, guys, so I was able to load 1.5 Twinkies. So when you get hungry, all you guys gotta do is pull on the pencil holder inside like this, so you can get a piece while in class. Yummy. You're in class, you're enjoying your delicious Twinkie, but then you sense your teacher is heading your way. Well, all you guys gotta do is let go and the Twinkie will retract back inside. Just watch.